Hello, everyone. Uh, Thank you for joining me. We will be here for almost 1 hour, or it depends upon your participation. I hope you can hear me. So, if you have any question regarding research or any educational question or any suggestion, please drop your question, your suggestion, and I will try my best to answer you and to guide you. Also, I would suggest to mention your name before asking your first question. It will help me to answer you. Just a minute. So, thank you once again. If you are listening me, you are allowed to ask question or to initiate discussion. So, uh, I can see few people are here. One, two, three. So I don't know if you have, and if you don't have any question, so at least you can drop your name. Flying Jet, Tariq Aziz. The misunderstood. The misunderstood. Your name is so long, so I will just try to pronounce the second name, Tombela. So thank you, Tombela, for joining me. If you have any question or any, if you want to discuss anything related to science or related to bioinformatics, computational biology, bioinformatics, and any other thing research, you can ask. I remember our last almost 2 or 3 weeks ago. Our last live session was very successful, and I read top session among all the live sessions because only 5 or 6 people has had joined that session, but I received too many good questions in that live session. Pakistan Beta, welcome. Not Beta, I'm sorry, Pakistan Bets. So welcome to the channel. If you have any question, you can ask. So we will wait for some time, and if we don't have any question, then we will turn it off because it's kind of silly to wait for question and no question is coming. Okay, let me start my discussion with my latest video. I shared the latest video of AlphaFold, and you can use that video for docking. Before that, I received a number of questions that how to do docking with AlphaFold. So now they had produced this server, Protein IX, and you can perform docking using the Protein IX. So if you haven't watched that video, it's I think the most reliable, accurate, and easy way for docking. You can watch that video. Apart from that, majority of the people are interested in docking. So apart from that, I have covered four different methods of docking. One is through the Google Colab, and another one is through offline method, another one through Samsung, and the fourth one is through AlphaFold. So it is up to you which one to consider and which one to on which video to work on. The misunderstood. Okay, can you predict the structure of RNA protein complex? How to perform messenger RNA, transfer RNA, docking? Yes, you can predict the structure of RNA protein complex, and if you don't know how to do it, so I have already two videos for you. One is the final one, the last one, which was uploaded 3 days or 2 days ago, docking with AlphaFold, the one I talked just earlier. So go to the channel, click on the playlist, and then select. There are two AlphaFold videos. So it's up to you which one to follow. On both of those videos, you can predict transfer RNA, messenger RNA, proteins, and even ligands, whatever you want. The first video of AlphaFold is the most viewed video of this channel, and that is I think 28 minutes, and the last final video is 22 minutes. So it's up to you which one to uh, prefer or which one to watch. So, um Tariq Aziz, do you have any question? Some of you are sending me hearts, so that is fine. Just ask the question. Your heart is your question, so ask your question. How can MD simulation accelerate it? If you mean how we can perform MD simulation quickly, then the answer is that to remove, to perform an implicit environment. There are two environments for MD simulation, to the one we call explicit and to the other we call implicit. So in implicit, we do not use the water box. In explicit, we use the water box. So if you want to accelerate your MD simulation, then you can perform your MD simulation without the water box. As a result, if your MD simulation, let's say, take 3 hours in explicit system, it will take maybe 40 minutes in implicit system. So this much of difference it will bring, or even more. But on the other hand, the implicit system, some people thinks it's not that much reliable. So it's up to you to manage MD simulation as per your experiment. If you don't need explicit system, then why waste your time? Implicit is better. And I would suggest just to read about the difference between implicit and explicit. So I'm sure you will find out which one is better for me. AlphaFold 3 source code launch yesterday. Are we expecting video on this also? Uh, if the source code came yesterday, then you can expect a Google Colab for AlphaFold 3, and I will try to make a video to embed the AlphaFold 3 in a Google Colab and then brought it here. So of course the Google Colab will bring much more optimization to the AlphaFold 3. The reason is that in Colab we can change the seed number, we can change the recycle number, we can change the number of models, we can add the relic session from Ember. And so I will try my best to bring this video within a week time. So then you will be able to use AlphaFold also from the server like you are using nowadays, also from the Colab. Amir Saeed, he is from Italy. Hello, sir. Yes, hello. I have a question regarding screening large data set of molecules. But to train the model, I have only 6 molecule exhibited KIRC50 values. Yes, I received this question of you on WhatsApp, but I was in traveling those days. You can say I was on the road those days. So I just read your question and then came back few days ago and just forgot. Okay, good, you have reminded me. Okay, if you have only 6 molecules, so it will be a harder job. So there are some things I would suggest. Why not make your 6 molecules more? How? Just try to find out the similar compounds for these 6 molecules. If you can have the similar compounds for these 6 molecules, so also include those similar compound data set with these 6 molecules. That way, you will have much more data to train your model and predict the IC50. You have mentioned KI or IC50. So let me tell you, these two are the different thing. If you are working for antagonist, then IC50 value will be considered. Antagonist mean inhibitor. If you are working for agonist, agonist means activator, then in that case, you will consider the KI. So you mentioned KI or IC50. So that was a bit confusing because the KI is a different thing and IC50 is a different thing. But overall, your question is to train the model on six molecules. So I would not suggest, but I would suggest to increase your data set by finding similar compounds. I have already covered this tutorial, how to find the similar compounds. So just enrich your data set if you can find. That will be great for training your model. Noman Asghar. Noman, okay. In the very recent video in your channel, we use AlphaFold, but question is, different data means different proteins and ligands, smileys, and also use ions, but not same as the video, then our jobs are fail. Noman, if you mean that if you are using some other smileys and if you are using uh, some other proteins, then your jobs are failing. No, it should not be the case. You are making some mistake somewhere else. Uh, I'm sure you are making mistakes somewhere else. So I know you are our student, so why not you discuss this matter with me in the office and come to the office when you have a free time. I mean, I'm free, so uh, we can discuss this. You can show me how it is failing, so I can solve this matter of you. But I don't know what mistake you are making, so that's how I'm unable to answer here further. But it shouldn't be the case that only those proteins which I mentioned are working. Uh, it's unbelievable. Okay, come to office sometime. Okay, Mohante, welcome. Sir, what are the opportunities available in India after doing MSc in bioinformatics? Mohante, frankly speaking, I'm not from India. So, but I have the information about India, so definitely I will answer you. But if my answer is not matching to your expectations, so the reason is I'm not from India. So, okay, Mohante, first of all, I want to correct your question. Why are you looking for the opportunities in India? It does not mean that I don't want you to work in India. No, sure, you work in India when you are graduate, but I always expect my students to think globally. Don't think locally. To work in India, to work in some other countries, to work in your village. No, think globally. Because if you are thinking globally, you are achieving, you are exposing yourself to challenge, to work in the globe, on the global scale. Now, if you are thinking globally, doing your MS, that okay, I will challenge the world, I will work anywhere in the world. It means when you are graduated, when you will be graduated, you will be much more advanced and you will be much more skilled because you worked keeping your target the whole globe, not only India. So the first part is this was just a suggestion. Now coming to your second, your question, in bioinformatics, look, nowadays almost every field of biology or life sciences, microbiology, biochemistry, biotechnology, genetics, uh, pharmacy, and many more, if I'm missing botany, all of them are coming to the in silico thing. and particularly they are coming to the AI. So if you learn how to work with AI things, then you can work in India, you can work everywhere. But what are the opportunities for you in India? So I never been to India, but I know the Indian technology or the technology companies are more there. India is progressing on the global level. India is in the near future, maybe they will make much more progress in the IT sector. So I think bioinformatics has a brighter scope in India because the Indian graduates I came across few when I was a PhD student in somewhere abroad. So they are really skillful persons, people, and they are not they are not lesser than the other parts of the world. So I think just change your thinking. Do not think of India during your MS. Change, think globally. Now, once you are graduated, you will be much more skilled, full person, and you will have much more opportunities, even in India, even abroad. But if you are thinking from now about India, I, personally, I don't like your this attitude. So I would suggest to change your attitude. Now in future, you can make yourself able to work everywhere. Then you will have a chance to work either in India or in Bangladesh or in Pakistan or in US, etc., etc. Amir Said, is there a way to predict the non-protein components like cofactor by using AlphaFold? What do you mean by prediction? Please elaborate, such as iron or nucleic acid. No, what do you mean by prediction? Please elaborate your question. If you mean, Amir, if you mean like to model ions, DNA, and these things, or the cofactor, vitamins, whatever, then yes, alpha 43. But what actually you means from predict? If you mean modeling, yes, but I am not getting the explanation of predict from your question. So if you can elaborate, I will be happy. Why there is a silence? I like to speak. Just a joke. Because you're not putting anything, any question, so that's why there is a silence. But you can ask anything, you can joke, at least if you cannot, if you don't have a question, so you can joke. Drop your question. I do not guarantee that I have the answer of all the questions, but if I don't have the answer, at least I will try searching it and I will make a video for you when I find the answer. I don't have the choice also to bring you here and like you speak with me the way I'm speaking. So therefore, you people are writing. Otherwise, I would love to communicate each and every one. Also, one question from dynamic studies: how can we calculate KCl or NaCl ions for neutralizing the system under this concentration? Okay, this concentration you mentioned 0.15 molar. Uh, This is, I think, the normal buffer pH, and all the programs, if you are using Groomex or if you are using whatever Samsung, or if you are using the Colab, whatever you are using for simulation, the program neutralize the system by itself. Even if you are using VMD, the program, you just mention the concentration, like let's say 0.15 molar, and they will calculate the number of atoms for Na and the number of atoms for Cl or KCl, blah blah. Naman Asghar, sir, in your R Studio YouTube video, I filter the data at NCBI virus, yes, but when I download the data in CSV format, it is downloaded, but that file have no data. Sir, it's my system fault or net issue? I think it is your code fault. It's not your net issue because R is not using internet. Yes, if you are only use internet for extracting the data. So if you are working in the data and you extract the data, and if you can see the data in R, then it should be downloaded. So I think it's not the net issue. You say it's the system fault. No, it's not the system fault, because at least it's running the R. So it means the system is pretty much okay. Then what else? I think it's your code fault. Your code has some problem. Amir Said, okay, to model the structure. Yes, so now you are asking me to model the cofactors and to model those ions. Yes, to model each and everything. Nowadays, AlphaFold 3 is there. I have two videos. One is just in July or August, I think. That was an AlphaFold, and one is the latest video where you can model each and everything you want to model with a protein. The video, the program name is Protein IX, and so far there is no server, but I have shared the IP address how to access the server of those guys. So in recent future or in near future, we will have a server also, so everyone can access then. Okay, but I'm much anticipating the question asked by the someone else about Usman, that AlphaFold 3 code is released. So if it is released, I will start working today to make a Colab notebook and just bring it for you people. It will be a kind of great fun if there is a code. Thank you so much, Amir Said is saying. So you are welcome. And I know you are sitting from Italy. So all the best, and stay happy. Okay. If you have any question, if you have more questions, please ask. If not, then we can sign out, because so far right now I can see 10 people are watching me, 9 exactly. And I feel once again I'm using the word, I feel silly to look myself or to look those 9 or 10 people. Okay, exclusive media. If our compounds PIC50 value not lie in the active region after training and testing our model, then is there any alternate way? Exclusive media, a very good question. Like if you have some set of compounds, but if after training and testing model you cannot predict the PIC50 value that reaches to the active layer or the active region of the EDA analysis, then my answer is that yes, there is only one way to bring compound editing to make it better. Although it is hit and trial method, you can be successful or you may not, but you have to try. Another way is to increase the number of compounds and test again. Numan Asghar, sir, please suggest me one of the language Python or R language. For such questions, I normally suggest in the similar fashion that learn the one you want to learn because both of these languages are good and powerful. But if you are still insisting me for future, the like which one should I learn first, then I would say learn Python. But you can also learn Python, you can also learn R, you can also learn Perl, Perl, Perl. So it's up to you. So I have 8 people, they are listening me. Two or three, I know them. They are our student. Noman Azhar is our student. Uh, and the other names, I don't know exactly. Amir Saeed is actually our ex-student, so that's why I know him. Uh, Flying Jet is our student. So these three are our students. And coming in December, I will discuss more with you. You are welcome. And December is just a few days ago, 2 or 3 weeks. So welcome. And we will discuss for sure. Sir, you have any idea about any of top ranking fields in bioinformatics? Any field is top ranked field in bioinformatics if you work there with your interest. Anything, if you work there and bring your innovation, is a top field. Field is actually not the top one, actually, it's you to make it the better one. For example, if you know AI, artificial intelligence, so it's you to make it popular. It's you to solve the challenging question using the AI. So after that, the field will also be famous. So the answer is that do not run after the field. Run after your interests. Okay, so I think no more questions. Still, we have 7 people are watching me, but seven or okay, 8. But if no more questions, then we can um, sign out. And if you want to leave, You are welcome to leave. So then I will also sign out. If you don't have any more questions, so you can leave. Okay then. So see you then. I'm not receiving any more questions. So thank you for joining this session, and we have to sign out then. Thank you. Bye bye.